everyone. Tom Eschen here in the LSN studios. We got a nice treat for you here coming up on Monday, July 27th. Live lacrosse, some of the best recruiting club teams in the country, some of the best recruits in the country. The Steps 2021 boys taking on the Jersey Riot Chaos 2021 boys live here, Lac Sports Network, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's bring in now the CEO and founder of Riot Lacrosse, Lee Southren. And Lee, this is obviously a great opportunity for the kids, for the sport itself. How did this all come together, and why did you want to be a part of it?
Hey, thanks. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, we're very, very excited about it. Charlie Schulberg, who's the owner and founder of Steps Lacrosse, is a very good friend. We had a lot of conversations during this last several months where most of us were home trying to figure out, what the lacrosse landscape was going to look like, what opportunities there were going to be, and having an opportunity to try to showcase our top most recruitable teams, both on the boys' side and on his side, the girls' side. We only have boys. This opportunity came about with a conversation with Charlie, and it just sounded like a winning scenario. And here we are, about to make it happen.
Over the past few months have been unprecedented times, as we know. How have you managed that in terms of getting these kids, I guess, on the field in some way, shape, or form, or getting them some sort of instruction too at the same time?
Well, we're fortunate enough to have a very strong staff who are all coaches. And, we had collaborated together about doing Zoom calls, doing Zoom training sessions with a bunch of our alumni players. People were accessible, which was great because everybody was home, at least in the tri-state area over the last several months. So, we provided them as much content as we could. We're upfront with everything that was happening, as transparent as we could about what was happening, what our thoughts were about how the lacrosse season is going to play out. Are we going to, have to push to the fall? Are we going to have to, are we going to be able to make this happen? Following the news, guidance, big silver lining with a lot of the club programs that normally don't just talk with each other. There was about 7 or 8 of us here in New Jersey that were on constant communication, constant loop about talking about stuff. We were trying to all work together to have backup plans for all of our families and all of our teams should the on-field playing not happen this summer, which it actually has, which is tremendous.
Yeah, and you think about an opportunity like you have on Monday to be able to get some more exposure and knowing how limited the opportunities have been for a lot of these kids the last few months. What is the impact that something like this can make for an individual?
I think it could be huge. It's going to be streamed. There's going to be a lot of college coaches that are going to be watching, as they've been watching a lot this summer. Being able to play against Steps 2021s, which again is a very high impact team with a lot of recruitable players and a rich history in recruiting. Being able to play these guys and having all of our families there and hopefully a lot of our current players coming, as long as they're wearing their masks on the sidelines, stands to come and watch us play. And I think the players are going to benefit from it. It's their time. It's showtime. It's what all these young athletes would love this opportunity to have, playing in a showtime game, under the lights. In a stadium, with it being broadcasted and all eyes on them. It's showtime. It's the cream's going to rise to the top.
And that's something that college coaches probably want to see, and in terms of, I know highlight tapes and things like that are great, but being able to play when the lights are on probably is pretty important to a lot of these coaches, right?
Not only is it important, but it's also really exciting. And I think the kids are going to get all juiced up for it because it's something that my guess is that no one's really ever had before. In high school and some of the club stuff, you played on a bigger stage, but nothing like this. This is impact right here. I'm very, very excited about it. Our families are just pumped.
And you've mentioned families, and you're a father yourself. How have you seen recruiting change, I guess, even in the midst of the coronavirus and also outside of that over the years?
Well, I'm a father of 4 sons. My 2 oldest, one graduated from Stevens Tech in 2014. It was his high school year, graduated in 2018. And my second son started at Quinnipiac, and he just graduated from Stevens Tech playing lacrosse as a 2020 in this shortened season. I went through as a father, and I never played lacrosse, but, I went through with the help of our recruiting people, helping advise them and watching them go through showcases and stuff. And, in the last several years, it's dramatically changed from 5 years ago to now, like night and day. Showcases were very, very important. They're still important, but like college play day, college, being on their campus for the days at the school with their coaching staff has really picked up a lot more communication. The role of the recruiting director has continued to be probably the most valuable piece. Brian Armstrong at Riot Lacrosse is our guy, and he's as good at it as anybody. And now I have twin boys that are in they're 2027, so they're going into sixth grade, and just want them to play and have fun and continue to get better. And I'm just as hard on them as the older two. That's for sure. maybe even harder.
That's a good father, right? Challenging the kids.
Maybe. Trying, doing the best I can.
And you've seen the growth of the sport, I'm sure, and how you were able to start this in 2012, I believe it was. And you've seen you go from 1 to 17 teams at this point. And the competition, I'd imagine, for spots on rosters is also apparent there, right? I would guess from your perspective, too?
Listen, just to give you a frame of reference, when my older son, who is a 2014 grad, was in sixth grade, so I don't know how many years back that was, around this area in New Jersey, there was essentially, if you wanted to play fall lacrosse, there was one club program that had one 6th, 7th, and 8th grade combined team to play in a couple tournaments in the fall. One program, one team. Now, there was another program that was not quite near us. It was in a different part of New Jersey, but in this regional area, there was one team. Now you probably have, 35 or 40 different choices to play fall lacrosse with. The amount of club programs has exploded. We started in 2012, with one team to just take them through high school. It was kind of like on a dare by somebody who I'll remain nameless, but we worked really, really hard at it. And it was kind of like a personal, a pilgrimage that I took on to say, I feel like I could do this better. I just wanted to do it. It was never looking to make it into a business. So, be careful what you wish for. I guess at the time, people started to really like it, and the opportunities came. Where now, in the last 5 years, the amount of club programs in the state of New Jersey has exploded. Like you said, it's probably triple. Now, ironically, during this period of time, there's one or two that you start to see have ceased operations, and I'm curious to know which other ones may have that as well. It's been a very tough climate for anybody right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's why days like Monday are so important, and the fact that these kids get an opportunity to help grow the sport and grow themselves too individually, I'm sure, in a place like that, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, this is something that very few club programs ever have the opportunity to do. We're grateful for this opportunity. I'm happy that Charlie and Steps in the conversations felt that our teams are good enough to be able to compete on this particular stage and put on a good, event for everybody. And, our guys are just ready to go. I mean, they can't wait.
Yeah, I was going to ask, have you been able to get sort of the pulse of the players at this point to see how amped up they are?
Some people are going to buy new cleats. They want to make sure it shows well on television. A few kids said they were going to try to get haircuts. Now that I believe in New Jersey, don't quote me, Governor Murphy, but I believe you're able to get haircuts now. So guys are getting pumped up. They want to look the best. They want to play the best. It's almost like they're looking at this opportunity. This could be the only time they ever play in a game like this. It could be the opportunity where this is the first and only time they're in showtime mode in something like this, and they want to make the most of it. And I love the fact that the passion of these young men are guiding towards that. And, that's all you could ask for people.
Absolutely. We can't wait. It's going to be a great show for sure. 8 p.m. on Monday, July 27th. NJ Riot Chaos 2021 taking on Steps 2021 boys. It's going to be a great night right here live on Lac Sports Network. Lee Southren, we appreciate your time today as well, as always, and good luck coming up here in the next couple weeks.
Thank you very much. We'll see you guys there. Thanks again for everything.